Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we talked about what is the difference between an absolute XPath and a relative XPath. We also saw that how we traverse from the parent node to the child node in the absolute XPath, and using the double forward slashes, we can directly navigate to the child node in the relative XPath. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about how we use the text of the element to build the XPath. So now, the syntax is as follows. We have the two forward slashes, or we can start traversing from the parent node and then we can use the two forward slashes to traverse to the child node. And in the brackets, we have the keyword text. We have opening braces and closing braces equal to the text which is between the opening and the closing tag. Now this is an important thing to consider over here. Let me switch back to Engine Digital Practice page and explain you more about this. So here we are at my Engine Digital Practice page. So now, as I was telling you, the important point to consider over here is that this text property can only be used if the text is between the opening and the closing tag. Now what I mean over here is, let's understand by taking an example. Let's understand by taking this example of the checkbox example. I'm going to right click, inspect it. Now if we see over here, it is inside field set, correct? But the text BMW is not inside any element. So we have an input tag before that, we have a break tag. But see, there is no closing tag for the input tag, and the BMW is not enclosed within the tag. So using the syntax which I just told you, if I try to build it, it will only find the whole field set tag. It cannot find the BMW particular element. So I'm going to do Control F. I'm going to select it. So my tag was, let's say, field set, right? Now I'm going to do text equals to BMW. So as you can see over here, when I click enter over here, it's highlighting the whole field set. This whole field set over here, which includes BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, all the three elements. Because the field set did not have BMW text enclosed inside the input tag. Now let me take another example. Let's take this example, select example. I'm going to click here, inspect. Now see, this value Toronto is inside the option tag, right? And option tag we are closing over here, and this text is within inside it. So we can use this one to generate the XPath for Toronto. So I'm going to do option and text is equal to Toronto. As we press enter, it says 1 out of 1 and it successfully highlighted this element. Now let's go back to the write editor and let's see whether using this XPath which we have just generated using the text property, are we able to identify the element properly or not. So I'm going to go back to my write editor over here. So we had this test case from the last video. We are opening the browser to Engine Digital Practice page. We are switching the frame. But here, let's take another example this time. Let's take an example of a keyword which is provided by Selenium, which is element text should be. So it says element text should be. Now what does it say? It says that the first argument is a locator. The second argument is what the text you expect it should have, and you can also provide a message over here. The fourth argument it says is you can put an ignore case over here. So the ignore case is something new in Selenium Library 3.1. Before that, ignore case did not exist. Now I'm going to use this one. Over here, the first thing it was asking was a locator. Now our locator is the XPath which we have just built in. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to copy over this thing and then I'm going to paste it here. So we have our XPath. Now the text which I'm expecting it to be present is Toronto over here. As we can see, you have Toronto over here. Now let me save the test case. I'm going to select and then I'm going to start. So carefully observe, it's going to verify whether the text which it has is Toronto or not. So it's not going to select anything, but it's just verifying. As we can see, our test case has been successfully passed. So I'm going to go to my log. I'm going to see the keyword element text should be present. It says verifying element through this XPath that contains exact text Toronto. So now here in this video we saw that how we can generate an XPath using the text property of an element. The text should be exactly between the opening and the closing tag. If it's just an opening tag, that's no closing tag, then we cannot use this property. In the next video, I'm going to move forward with other advanced XPath, and I'm going to continue using this sheet in which I will tell you all the different syntax of all different types of XPath we can generate. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please free to post. I will respond as soon as possible. Thank you.